Surprise! Hello, welcome to the 250th edition, not the episode, but just the 250, because you know why? It is the July 4th weekend. Our great nation is still a great nation, given everything that surrounds us. We still say it's a great nation because we're free to do this podcast, and you are free to join us here on Facebook, YouTube. Yeah, welcome. I am your host, Amir Shiraz Ortiz, aka Mr. All Sports Matter himself, Poppy Ortiz 02. Welcome. We are here. We are here to celebrate. We want to celebrate with you. 250. It's been a while since we've been live on a show, and I believe the Yankees have not won a game since the last time we've been live on the All Sports Matters podcast. We had a lot going on since the last time we've been on. I believe the Knicks have won the NBA championship for the first time in 53 years. Might be more than that. Might be less than that. I don't know. I'm a little bit off today. Wasn't expecting to do a show, but you know what? 53. Yeah, I was right. See, I'm rarely wrong. Even when I'm rarely wrong, I'm right. Because you just didn't listen correctly. You heard me in Spanish. That's on you. Either way, the Knicks are the NBA champions. I'm going to take just a couple of seconds more because that is my team and not the rest of the panels. We ain't going to talk about the Boston Celtics, not in the playoffs anyway, but we will be talking about the Boston Celtics. And there's a team down there in New Orleans. I think they play like Pinochle or something. They definitely play basketball. But either way, we're live. This is the All Sports Matters podcast. I am waiting for the people to join. Please comment on my post, on Flex post, on JB's post, on the Chef's post, on the All Sports Matters sports page, on the Pride and Passion Sports Talk / All Sports Matters sports page. We've been doing this for a while, y'all. So we have seen a lot of things go down before us, but we have never seen a trade like we have just seen last couple of days. And I'm not stalling, and just want to bring a couple of things we will be talking about on this edition, on the 250th edition. Hey, if UFC 250 can say 250 and it wasn't a 250th edition, we can say this is the All Sports Matter 250. Why not? Because we get to celebrate too. Because not only did the Knicks win the NBA championships, the Celtics are making trades that we have never heard of ever since the last time Boston made a trade that we haven't heard of ever. We will discuss all of that and more live here on the All Sports Matters podcast. And I am getting flicked off, and I want everybody else to see that I'm getting this hate from my own panel member only because I'm speaking facts. I'm not making anything up. I have yet to make a
hater. That's what you're doing.
But what's going on, Mr. 334, Mr. Fleck, Mr. Moore?
You're being a hater.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Are you?
I am.
I don't know how. Well, we'll get to that here in momentarily. Our producers working behind the scenes to get us. We might have some guests here, not necessarily momentarily, but probably by the end of the show, and that's okay. But that's what the producer do, Mr. JB. We ain't seen a trade from Boston this heinous since the last time they gave LA Dodgers a couple of World Series rings by just giving them Mookie Betts. But JB, how you doing?
Speaking of JB, I
guess they had fucking George.
They had too many disgruntled Browns in.
No, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. We will discuss the status of the 1A, 1B, and it is now 1A and 113. But we will get there momentarily. I did not plan that one. Okay.
Paul fucking George.
I'm pretty sure this is what the Clippers fans were feeling. But we will get there momentarily. Can we give
Bruce Zuckerberg? I can say what I want.
Can we give the Knicks their flowers for an amazing playoff run?
Hey, Knicks get their flowers, man. I'm happy for Jose Alvarado.
Yeah, he's from Brooklyn.
Yeah,
Via New Orleans.
it's about time.
People get traded from
years, you think it's about time.
People get traded from New Orleans. They win championships. Let's go.
Well, that's why Boston's hoping to get Zion. Maybe
Chris Paul's never won one.
But either way,
yeah, that's true. I don't think Brandon Ingram won one either. But you know,
are we shocked, surprised, disappointed in the Spurs? They gave it all they had. Their Super Bowl was beating OKC. But finals first and foremost, before we talk about all the trades that we've seen so far.
So, and I said this at the time, like, I'm not taking anything away from the Knicks. They had a great run. They're the champs. Props to them. San Antonio, with that being said, though, San Antonio gave that final play. Because outside of game 2, I think it was, they had a double-digit lead or was leading in every other game and blew it. I think outside of game 2, it was like Knicks from beginning to end. You know what I'm saying? It was either game 1 or game 2. I can't remember which. But the Knicks led throughout. But all of the other games, San Antonio had those games. And they blew it. I mean, there's no other way to put it. They blew it. You know what I'm saying? But props to the Knicks. They won. They did what they had to do, and they had an incredible run. I'll give them that. They had an incredible after Danhausen uncursed them. They had an incredible run. So,
we haven't seen a comeback like that since 28-3 Patriots against Atlanta Falcons. Like a 29-point deficit at halftime.
San Antonio showed how young they were. You know what I mean? Like, and
but
the coach.
But it started with, go ahead. You're right. It started with the coach.
Yeah, I don't know what I mean, and he's young. You know what I'm saying? This was his first year coaching the team, if I'm not mistaken.
But I'm going right back to you.
They blew that.
I'm going right back to you. Is that the reason why they just signed Billy Donovan yesterday?
I think, as their lead assistant, I think so. That was a huge pickup for them, though. To get Billy Donovan, and he may be, you know what I'm saying, the coach in waiting at this point. Because I think that the moment was too big for I forgot his name, the coach for the Spurs. Young boy.
Johnson is his name, I think.
Steven Johnson, something like that.
The moment was too big for him. It had to be, because there was no way that you should have blown 4 leads with they had double-digit leads. It wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, they were up a couple. They blew the last game, they blew a 30-point lead, 28, 29, something like that. Like, they gave those games away.
Yeah, and you know, they got there. They started the game off in the first half. They're down in the paint. They're going at him, and
Mitch
then
Johnson is his name. That's his name, Mitch Johnson. I couldn't think of his name. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said Johnson. Well, yeah. I
know you did. You said Johnson, and then it made me remember.
I know it was Johnson. I just didn't remember his first name.
I couldn't remember his first name either. But they came out the second half, and all of a sudden they forgot what they were doing in the first half, and everybody wanted to shoot a 3. That's the reality of the NBA now. They come up, they drive the into the lane, kick it back out to the 3-point line. Everybody wants to shoot 3s now. So
De'Aaron Fox should have been traded for Paul fucking George.
I'm pretty sure that was discussed when he was in Sacramento, but
also that's the reason the chef not on. He's still out looking for De'Aaron Fox.
He's in mourning still.
He's looking for De'Aaron Fox right now.
He's in mourning.
He go find him. But yeah, they I don't know why De'Aaron Fox was on the court in the fourth quarter. When you're hot hand, you got him sitting on the bench. You got Wemby coming up, taking 3s from the logo for whatever reason. You had Cat in foul trouble, and you immediately stopped attacking him. So that
was a non-factor, though. I'm gonna be honest with you.
He was.
I don't remember him doing anything.
He didn't do anything since the Atlanta series.
That's what I'm saying. That was a non-factor.
He was getting
I mean, outside of, you know what I'm saying, him being out there as as a name
Yeah,
that you have to guard, but like as far as like on court production, I don't remember him doing much of anything.
and it's just it was just his presence. He was getting rebounds over Wemby, and he was being physical with Wemby. If you can get him off the court, like when he got in foul trouble and had to go sit down, that's when Wemby started kind of working. And then all of a sudden, Cat came back in there being in foul trouble, and you stop attacking him. You just let him get back in the groove.
Real quickly, the way the team is constructed now, obviously they with the way all teams are constructed right now, because obviously there's been an overhaul on a lot of Eastern Conference teams. Where are we seeing the Knicks and only Knicks
Next season?
for next season? Yes.
I mean, you still have to consider them the Eastern until they're not the champs. You have to consider them the favorites. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna sit there and and dog them. They still have to be the favorites to at least come out the East next year. It's as constructed until they're the champ. I mean, until they're not the champs, they're the champs. That's how I feel about it.
No. So would you have said that if the Spurs won?
Would I have said that the Knicks were the team to beat in the East?
No. Would you have said that about the Spurs? If the Spurs had won,
If they had won the
Spurs
championship,
will be the favorite.
yes. As long as you're the champ, until you're not the champ, you got to be the favorite.
No, I don't believe in. I don't.
Like without us seeing any on court product next year, all I could go off of is what I saw this year.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
I just believe that a team like OKC, who suffered some injuries, late in the season and in the playoffs, are still not necessarily the favorite, but a favorite.
Chet, he kind of disappeared too.
Yeah, but he you're talking about a 7'1" 3-point shooter that was overshadowed by 7'4" Wembanyama. So that's
I mean,
a little bit
Wemby hasn't gone anywhere. So
no, I know that, but they didn't have Jalen Williams. They didn't have they traded.
they had Jalen Williams. He was just hurt.
No, that's what I'm saying. They didn't have him.
He was on the court though, right?
Nah.
No.
Well, one was for a little bit, but then he got hurt for 2 of the games. The other one wasn't.
They dealt with injuries. That's all I'm saying. They dealt with injuries.
They lost the refs, so.
I don't know. Especially, you asked about the Knicks, though. You specifically asked about the Knicks.
Right, but I was just talking about
coming out of the East.
No.
Coming out of the East.
It'll be the Knicks or the
But the
Sixers.
reason
Philly, if we're gonna start talking ahead, but we're just talking strictly about the Knicks right now, right?
No.
Yeah.
Well, you can bring
You want to
up
talk
other
trades
teams.
already is what I'm getting at.
I totally understand that. I'm not trying to break down the other teams right now. What I'm saying is, are the Knicks the favorites? But you said
yes.
You said they're the favorites because they won a
as long as
championship.
Until
Even I don't think like that.
now once you let me start talking about next season, or
But
once you start talking about trades, no,
I know, but you know the teams already. Because the teams and the moves they made, you could have easily said, well, there's other teams that might be
right.
better.
But then I'm stepping on your toes and start talking about segments that we haven't gotten to yet. Yes.
No. One has nothing to do with the other.
It does.
It doesn't.
Because I can say, okay. Well, no, I don't think the Knicks will be the favorite.
And that's okay. And I'm not.
But you said strictly the Knicks. I can't start talking about what other teams
I understand
did.
that. Okay. See, you're taking me literally, but you're putting yourself in a ditch. In other words, I can say the Knicks just won the championship, but next year's going to be tough because other teams have bettered themselves. That's okay to say.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. You don't.
Right.
You're just talking about the Knicks and Knicks only. Where
that's
it's
what you
not.
said to do.
There's 14 other teams.
Because that's what you said to do.
No, I did not. I said to talk about the Knicks and what the Knicks' chances are. The Knicks still have to play 14 other teams in the Eastern Conference.
Right now, as constructed, until we see how these other teams gel with the pieces that they added, the Knicks are still my favorite.
Okay, JB, where do you have the New York Knicks? Are they the favorites coming out of the East?
The biggest change to the Knicks organization as of right now is Mitchell Robinson leaving to go to the Celtics. I know they've been trying to find a replacement for him, but the only team I
got
think,
Andre Drummond today.
okay, I
Knicks
think
did?
I know they're still trying to find a replacement for him.
Somebody got a replacement for Memphis. I thought it was the Knicks. Who did he go to then?
I don't know,
Oh, y'all keep talking. Yeah.
but yeah,
Drummond feels a vital center need for the Knicks after the departure of Mitch Robinson. I knew I saw that.
okay.
Continue.
And-
I'm
okay.
sorry.
Until they find a suitable replacement for Mitchell Robinson, because
You're absolutely right. Andre Drummond has not been suitable.
really. He should have retired 12 years ago.
No, I agree with you on that one.
I think the only team as of right now with the draft and the small amount of moves that have been made so far in this offseason would probably be Philly to kind of be able to combat what the Knicks have going on right now. So I mean, it's like Flex said, until you knock him off, you got to beat the man in order to beat a man. So right now, I'm gonna say that the Knicks should be the favorite to come out the East.
We don't know. Hold up, and we don't know how those pieces that got moved around are going to gel together. We know what we're getting from the Knicks. We saw them play championship basketball together. Outside of Mitchell Robinson, you know what I'm saying, who was basically a rebounder for real defensive, guy, because he was a liability on the offensive end. So outside, that was the only piece, if I'm not mistaken, that's the only piece that they've lost from that championship team so far.
And that's the only piece they couple of bench players deep end, like that the French guy, they're gone, but they didn't.
Right.
They wasn't
The ones that made a difference on the court.
right. It wasn't because they
So
were
until we see how those other teams' pieces that got added this offseason, how they gel together, you have to go with the product that you actually have seen on the court together.
The one thing that the Knicks got, we'll move on because somebody in this room brought up Philly. So the one thing I will say is, yes, the whole team is back outside of Mitchell Robinson. Andre Drummond at this point don't move the needle whatsoever.
But he's gonna play defense. He's gonna grab rebounds, and that's all Mitch Robinson was doing for real. You're not gonna count on Andre Drummond to be your offensive star, though.
He wasn't relevant since he played with Philly. And speaking of Philly, a big move was just made. But I don't. No, all jokes aside, I don't even want to go there. I really don't. I don't. Not yet. And Capo Verde just hit a goal on Argentina. That's a big deal. Big goal. Big deal. 1-1. This is a knockout stage. Either way, there was a big trade prior to that. Miami and Milwaukee. So we're gonna start there because I do want to go in chronological order somewhat. The team of Bam and Giannis, Antetokounmpo and Adebayo.
You almost got it right.
I paused. I tried. Antetokounmpo and Adebayo. That sounds like an African legal team, but the team of Antetokounmpo and Adebayo can. Am I missing? That's all they got, right?
That's all they got. You're gonna have to surround those guys with some shooters because right now you traded away the best shooter with Tyler Hero. He went to Milwaukee.
Everybody signed everywhere already. Nobody, who's left?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I like those two bigs, but outside of that, what? I mean, I don't know where are they getting their shooting from. Their outside shooting. Bam, he has somewhat increased his three-point shooting, but I would not consider him a shooter.
No, not at all.
So where do you go and get your shooters from?
You can't get it from Memphis because
they signed Tim Hardaway Jr.
He's somewhat of a shooter.
Yeah,
he used to when Andre Drummond was relevant.
But outside of that, where are you getting Andrew Wiggins? Is that a spot for LeBron to slide into? Like, where are you going to get your shooting from?
I feel like Portland having access of shooters right now.
We'll discuss LeBron and momentarily, but there's
the only reason I say that is because they don't have any. Like, where's the shooting? Where's the outside shooting come from?
Well, I said I feel like Portland having access of shooters right now. They got a whole bunch of guards.
Yeah, but what does Miami have to give away? They don't have the draft picks to trade anymore. They don't. I mean, who on that roster right now outside of Giannis and Bam is worth anything trade wise?
Well, I don't know.
No, that's what I'm saying. I wasn't. It was a rhetorical question. Because
what are we looking at free agent wise? Is Buddy Hield a free agent? That could be a shooter. Maybe a De'Aaron Fox, because maybe San Antonio want to get him out of there. Could be an option.
but even. Oh, why did my screen go dark? But even with that though, it goes back to my original point. Who they don't have anything to use to trade for him.
Well, no, San Antonio will probably get rid of him for a freaking, Tootsie Roll. But
that's what Boston did.
I'm just saying, I don't. They do need something, but on the flip side, has Milwaukee. Say again.
They can get Thanos Antetokounmpo.
That's not happening. I think he signed with Tawan Golden
They'd
Dragon.
be better off getting Bronny.
They would be.
So I mean,
they got
right now, I'm looking at the list of free agents. Bradley Beal, maybe they can get him for the vet minimum and bring him in.
Bogdan Bogdanovic.
Bradley Beal, but I mean, at his peak, he was a shooter.
Bogdanovic out there, Bruce Brown out there.
His back is about as bad as mine. Bradley Beal is not relevant. They might as well sign John Wall.
And Bogdanovic, signed with Houston, so he's off the market.
I don't see
Seth Curry.
Bro, you just calling names now.
That'll get you 6 points.
Calling somewhat shooters.
That'll get you 6 points.
The point is they're gonna have to get some shooters from somewhere. I don't know where they're gonna get them from, but they got to get them from somewhere.
All right. They do. Totally agree. But on the flip side, has Milwaukee got better?
No, because you traded away your superstar, and now, and I don't want to jump ahead, but I'm saying, like, you traded away your superstar. You have a bunch of role players left now. Like, who on that team one-on-one scares you?
Nobody, but I mean, they might be able to come in and play.
Bobby Portis, if he swings at me.
Bobby Portis ain't on there. He's a free agent. He went to didn't he go to Miami with Giannis?
It's possible.
Yeah, he did.
It's possible. I just so a big trade was made and neither team got better. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, pretty much.
No, I mean, Miami lost all of its depth and shooting, and Milwaukee, it was Giannis and the rest of the team. So,
and that's what I'm saying. The rest of that Milwaukee could get better simply by the fact that they don't have Giannis, so they can play a more complete game and play more team ball instead of throw it to Giannis and get out the way. They can kind of get into a team ball type of scenario. With Giannis there, it went to Giannis and everything got stuck and it stopped. The ball went in his hands and then he went to the rim. That's it. Now they have a position. They're in a position to come up with a game plan with the players that they have and see if they can work some magic.
Where did Julius Randle got traded to?
Brooklyn, right?
Yes. I don't see him sticking there, if I'm being quite honest.
Kyle Lowry out there.
No, Kyle Lowry's retiring.
Yeah, he's retiring. He signed a one-day contract with Toronto.
That's right. He did retire.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. But we agree neither one moved the needle. It doesn't really.
If Miami can go into the bargain bin and sign some guys, or go into free agency and sign some guys to shooters to put around Giannis and Bam.
Who's on that?
They get Mac
Who's on the
McClung.
team right now?
Who's on the Heat?
Yeah, they gotta have somebody, right? I don't freaking know.
Shooters? I mean, the only shooter that I know of that they got is Tim Hardaway Jr. Like, the rest of that team is, okay, you got, I don't even know none of these guys. Tim Hardaway Jr., Nikola Jokic, Davion Mitchell,
Jokovic or
Bobby
Vujovic?
Portis, Andrew Wiggins. Those are the only other ones I know on that team. Like, the rest of these names, I have literally never heard of.
You say Nikola Jokovic or Vujovic?
Yo.
No, it's
Not Joker.
Yeah, it's
I'm
another.
not saying
It's
Joker. Another one.
It's literally another Jokic.
Nikola Jokic.
Yeah,
Jovic.
yeah, it's literally another Jovic.
Yeah.
Because they I don't know where he at right now. I think he signed somewhere else. But
Who?
Vujovic that used to be with the Bulls. That's what I was asking.
Vucevic. I don't know. There's no telling. But obviously we can't avoid.
And I mean,
You
I'm
know
sure-
who
I'm sure
would
they
have
have some type of plan.
been, but they signed with Philly also. You know who would have been a nice pickup for them if they could have got him? Simmons, Anthony Simmons. That's the type of shooting that they could use around Giannis and Bam.
They have
and-
some type of plan though.
Huh? I
They
mean,
have some type of plan.
you get the superstar in there and then you figure it out. I guess that's the way it should be. I guess get the superstar, figure the rest of it out as you go.
Yeah, it's
'Cause now
definitely
you're
not,
banking on people wanting to come and play with those superstars.
Right.
So I definitely want to touch on the Boston Philly trade, but we'll go again in chronological order because the trade after that was a trade made by Charlotte to Minnesota. LaMelo Ball traded out of Charlotte, sent to Minnesota for Naz Reid, some draft picks, some cash capital, absolutely nothing. Talk to me about, let's focus on Minnesota in this aspect because obviously they won that trade, hands down. They won the trade before they got LaMelo because they got rid of Julius Randle. But talk to me about LaMelo Ball and Anthony Edwards. That's a nice two-headed monster.
I like that. I like it because you still got, you know what I'm saying? You still got, like, that was a trade that didn't kill their depth while also adding a superstar piece. I like that for Minnesota. It's going to be interesting to see how, you know what I'm saying, LaMelo and Ant play off of each other. But on paper, I like that. I like that. I like the way that is set up because, again, you still have the depth to compete. You know what I'm saying? They didn't give up everything to
nothing.
This is gonna be
a bunch of picks that, you know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna be weak on
F them picks, man.
But hold up, that's what I'm saying. But if they play the way that I think they'll play, those picks are gonna be late first round picks anyway, which we know in the NBA is a crapshoot anyway. Outside of the top 5 to 10, maybe it's a crapshoot finding players anyway.
As long as they stay healthy, man. I mean, it's gonna be lobs all day. It's gonna be the second coming of Lob City with those two. You just don't. They each have their own antics off the court, but I think that they can reel each other in. I did notice as soon as that trade was made, here come the big mouth of Big Baller Brand. Oh, you need if you
Talking
want
about
to
getting Lonzo and Jello.
go ahead. You need to sign my other two boys, man. Go sit down with your 1 foot.
Not 1 foot.
He's
He only
going
got
through a
one
divorce right now. So he's sad.
I know.
He is sad going through a divorce. Oh, because she.
But I like that fit. If everything
Yeah,
plays out the way it's
good.
supposed to, I like that. I like it.
Minnesota games are gonna be fun this year. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah,
As long
if
as
nothing else.
as long as they stay healthy, it's gonna be fun.
What is Charlotte doing? Trading away Mikal Bridges,
Fire sale.
LaMelo Ball. They just made the playoffs. I thought they were moving forward, and then
they're getting off those expiring contracts with a fire sale. Let's get some.
They just extended LaMelo.
I was about to say LaMelo wasn't on an expiring contract.
Well, yeah.
Bridges wasn't either.
They felt like
they re-signed both of them within the last 2 years.
I don't know. I don't pretend to know what.
And then they got Jeremy Grant, whose contract is terrible from Portland. Oh no, I'm thinking about
never mind.
I jumped ahead.
That's Memphis.
Lord.
I jumped ahead. Yeah, never mind. Continue, Jim. My bad.
Lord. I guess. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that.
I'm asking you, JB, because you're used to mediocre teams rooting for New Orleans. So talk to me about Charlotte.
You know, somebody won a championship after 53 years, and now they just want to talk all the shit. You know what? I'm gonna allow it. Y'all got the championship, so go ahead and talk your shit. Talk your talk. Charlotte is having a fire sale. I just told you that. That's all it is. They wanted to get rid of the big contracts, get some young blood in there.
I don't understand.
Start a rebuild and do what they do.
Why would a team, especially in the East, where it's literally wide open after 6, after the 6, like hell, after 4, for the last 2-3 years, the top 4 teams has been like sealed in place, you know. But now we have.
This is Washington.
No, Charlotte. We're not in Washington.
Oh, this not Washington. This is Charlotte. I don't pretend.
You did the same thing I did. Don't worry about it.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying. They made the playoffs last year. We think they're taking those steps forward, and then they're acting like they're the Bobcats again.
Well, you know, is Jordan still the owner of
he is not.
No.
So that could be what it is. They're trying to get rid of. He
sold those shares quick.
They're trying to get rid of folks. Yeah, it's one of those things. You know, they put rules in place to stop teams from tanking, so they go figure out a way to do it themselves.
Next trade after that was the one that Fleck accidentally brought up. Ja Morant traded to Portland for Jeremy Grant and then
Chris Murray.
Yeah,
ridiculous. And they had didn't they just sign that other boy, Isaiah Stewart, to be Ja Morant bodyguard or something?
They definitely were trying to get the bad boys of Detroit back on the other side of the road. But yes, Isaiah Stewart did sign in Memphis, and they quickly shipped out Ja Morant because they realized
it was like we're not about to do that.
But I mean, to be fair though, they have been talking about trading Ja for a hot minute now. You know what I mean? So it ain't like they just all of a sudden.
Well, they brought a whole entourage to the press conference for Isaiah Stewart. Ja Morant has some shooters in the backcourt, you know. So it was like they was like, no, he got to go. Like they were celebrating. He was celebrating that a little bit too hard,
right?
You know. But who won? Fine, Portland. No, it's hard to say who won that trade.
I'm gonna say Portland did, just because they got off of Jeremy Grant's contract for one, and they landed Ja, who, if he locks in, is a superstar. It's
What's just contract.
Who's
Morant's contract? It should be super max extended.
Yeah, just got a super max.
Yeah, I believe his money is more than Grant's. I believe. I could be wrong.
He's in the 4th year of a 5-year, $197 million rookie.
Okay, so he didn't sign that.
So he's got one more year. He has this season coming up, and then another season.
So if it doesn't work out, they got a plethora of guards. Damian Lillard, for some reason, is still there. Well, he's coming back next season, back home.
Yeah, Damian Lillard, Drew Holiday out there still. Yeah, so
we'll see if they give him more money, because he's eligible. Morant is eligible to sign a 3-year, $178 million extension. So we'll see if that happens.
But if he plays,
I wouldn't do it. If I'm Portland, I wouldn't do it, because I want to see what I'm getting as far as, off court.
Let him earn
his
all
that part out. Yeah, has he figured out the off-court stuff yet? Because, I mean, we can all agree, there's no denying on-court, dude's a monster when he locks in. It's the off-court stuff with him that gets him, the rap that he has right now.
JB, I got one more trade for you before we go to the big one, and that's Kawhi back to Toronto.
For Brandon Ingram. That's crazy.
Talk to me, since you got a lot of history with Brandon Ingram. Talk to me about the Clippers getting Brandon Ingram, Kawhi going back to Toronto. Who won the trade, and how does it help either side?
I think in their own way, both teams actually won that trade. They got exactly what they wanted. I like the move for both teams. I like Kawhi going back to Toronto, and I like Brandon Ingram going back to Los Angeles. They both needed a change of scenery because Kawhi went out there to Los Angeles with Paul George and thought that they was about to wreck shop, and then
Paul
they did
George.
nothing.
Pause. Why would Brandon Ingram need to change the scenery? He was killing it in Toronto.
He was, but and I think going back to LA, but with less lights than the Lakers, he will be able to flourish in where he got drafted at, in the city he got drafted, and be killing it out there too. Because when you go in the league, you want to be able to say I killed it in every stop I was in. He came in with Kobe. He was young. Then LeBron got there. They traded him from the Lakers. He didn't really get a chance to shine. He got to New Orleans and he started doing stuff. He got his first All-Star game. Then he ended up in Toronto where he started killing it. I think going back to Los Angeles will give him an opportunity to show the fans in Los Angeles that he has the talent and why they traded him, why they drafted him at number 2 to do it.
Was it a trade that Toronto gave to New Orleans? Who did they trade for Brandon Ingram?
They traded for
that
one
was
player
with,
that they
Lonzo Ball and Anthony Davis and all that. That's when Anthony Davis was
no,
there.
Toronto.
They did trade. They traded for a player and some.
Yeah, it was a mid-season trade.
They cut the player immediately.
Yeah, it was a mid-season trade. I remember that. I just don't remember who it was.
Yeah, it was a player that Toronto was just trying to get off the contract, and the Pelicans were trying to do right by Brandon Ingram, so they traded him up there and just grabbed the player and cut him immediately.
They traded him for Bruce Brown and Kelly Olynyk.
Yeah,
Olynyk, yes.
1 first-round pick and 1 second-rounder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kelly Olynyk is now like out of the league because he got hurt way too many times.
And then they traded that first-round pick to.
Olynyk is on the Spurs.
Yeah, he hasn't played. He's been hurt last year.
He was the one that came in and immediately choked that dude from OKC. When Wemby was like, take him out, the one who was shooting their lights out. He came
I don't think that was Olynyk
immediately.
I don't think that was Olynyk. I thought that was
Well, it was 2 of them. One of them got the block, and they called it a crazy foul when it wasn't.
It was the other white guy that got the block.
Yeah.
Olynyk didn't play.
He was on the Celtics.
Olynyk did not play in the playoffs.
That I know what you're talking about with that foul, with that block. That was a block, but it was a black dude who got the block, and Olynyk was the one who got the crazy foul.
No, I don't think.
Look it up, statistician.
I don't think Olynyk played.
I don't know what I'm looking up. What am I looking up?
Hard foul, Spurs, OKC.
I don't think Olynyk played in the playoffs. I really don't.
He did, man. I'm telling you. That's the only games I watched. I didn't watch basketball this year because it's stupid.
Speaking of stupid, we had a big trade. Boston giving up
did it for you.
Jaylen Brown to their East Coast rivals, the Philadelphia 76ers, in return for
Paul fucking George.
Goodness gracious.
A 37-year-old.
Bro, that pissed me off so bad. You know it did.
I thought it was a joke. I thought it was like April Fool's when I saw it. I was like, wait, we're in July. I think it was like June 30th when it happened. But I was like, wait a minute.
Only did play in the playoffs for the Spurs.
Did he?
He only played in 9 games, though. Didn't start any of them, but he did play.
I forgot all about that dude. It was
Mason Plumlee. I was thinking about Mason Plumlee and Bismack Biyombo.
Yeah, Plumlee played. I remember that.
Plumlee. I was thinking about.
But hey, don't change the subject. We still
Man, I
on,
tried to.
we still on stupidity here. Talk to me about what is Boston thinking?
I have no clue. But I'm not even mad that Jaylen Brown got traded. I'm mad that they traded him to Philly for a bag of magic beans. Paul fucking
magic.
George.
No, those are soggy black eyed peas. That's not even magic. Okay, that's not even working. Those beans haven't been working for the last 5 years. He hasn't played 50 games in a season in 5 seasons. Talk to me about what is Boston thinking?
I don't know what they're thinking. I get it. I don't know what they're thinking. To be honest, again, I'm not even upset that Jaylen Brown got traded. I'm mad, one, that they traded it to one of their biggest rivals, and two, the return was almost nil. According to, you know what I'm saying, some anonymous GMs and front office execs, Jaylen Brown's value was being overinflated anyway. But saying that, still, why couldn't you trade him to, I don't know, the Suns? Why couldn't you trade him to, I don't know, somebody in the West? Why are you going to trade him to the team that you are directly competing against? When you know dude's going to come back to Boston pissed off and probably drop 70 on him. But it's going to be interesting to see how those four play off each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, are they going to have enough balls for Edgecombe, Maxey, Embiid, and Jaylen Brown?
How is Jaylen Brown valued? I know you're not the GM. I know you're not the one saying that.
Right.
Wasn't he a top 4 MVP?
So they were saying that, you know what I'm saying, by the analytics of it all, that he was a negative value player. I don't know, like, how they figure that part out.
Was Brad Stevens saying that to make himself feel better?
Brad Stevens did not say, no, it wasn't Brad Stevens. It was, I don't know who it was. It was anonymous GMs, plural.
That's what I'm saying. He's the anonymous GM.
Plural, though. They said GMs. It was reported GMs.
Like this WWE, huh? Anonymous.
I don't get it.
So I have no clue. I don't know what happened with that.
JB, while Fleck gets his thoughts together on this one, because I know he's still in shock. Talk to me about, is Philadelphia not a team to beat? If everything works out, Flex just said it. They got a top 4. They got a core 4, as we like to use terms.
You got a core 4. I still don't think that they're. I still don't think I won't put them over the Knicks just yet.
Okay.
But they are up there. I think they are right behind the Knicks, so they'll be number 2 behind the Knicks. Yeah.
I'll go right back to you, but I will say, while the start is fresh in my head, Embiid don't have to carry any type of load anymore.
Which is good.
That is the type of player Jaylen Brown is. Now, with that being said, if anybody's value devalued, it is Tyrese Maxey. I will say that. His game, as good as it is, now that there is a 1A, and Tyrese was 1A, now he's going from scoring 28 like he was, now he's going to score 22, which is still great for any team. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is his game is just going to change up a little bit. Edgecombe is going to be Edgecombe, where he's not going to, no pressure on Edgecombe whatsoever. He can be that guy. 3, no pressure on Embiid whatsoever now. He can sit out as many games as he wants because they don't have to rush him back on the court, because Jaylen Brown is that dude. Jaylen Brown is that dude that, yes, they will mesh well together. But as far as value, I think Maxey's value takes a hit.
It's going to be interesting to see how they gel together. If they come together quickly, if they gel together quickly, that is the team that's going to give the Knicks a run for that Eastern Conference championship.
Of course.
Yes. I have no clue what my Celtics are doing though.
Really quick, JPP was saying, "Why trade a player who can drop 70 for a player who can't score 20?" We know Paul. This is not about Paul George.
He said,
we
"What
know
now?"
that already.
Why trade a player that can drop 70 for a player who can't drop 20?
I don't know. I'm confused about that too. As a Celtics fan, it's back there somewhere.
Have we
As
heard?
a Celtics fan, I have no clue.
And you know
What was the first thing I said to y'all in text message when that shit happened? Paul fucking George. Why?
You will know more about the Boston Celtics in regards to chat rooms, fan base, things like that.
Right.
But has Jason Tatum said anything since?
Jason Tatum has not spoken out.
He just made a statement.
When?
What
Like
did he say? I
5
want
minutes
to
ago.
know what he said.
Oh,
I'm intrigued by what he said because obviously I don't think he put any pressure to move him, but he also didn't speak up either. That's my opinion.
but was it his place to speak up?
As being the starter, any star of any team,
Especially if dude had one foot out the door anyway. Like Jaylen Brown, I'm surprised he lasted in Boston as long as he did because after they dangled him for Kevin Durant a couple of years ago, he was pissed.
Hell, they dangled him for Brandon Ingram.
nobody heard that.
No. I didn't hear that one.
I'm making New Orleans relevant.
They dangled him for AD when AD was still in New Orleans.
That's what it was. AD.
They dangled him for Kevin Durant when he was leaving Brooklyn, and for Giannis this year. And then they got Paul fucking George.
I didn't understand that trade. I really thought Milwaukee would have pulled the trigger. Milwaukee dropped the ball on that, if we're being quite honest. It wasn't Boston because they would have got more from Milwaukee. But I'm not understanding why Milwaukee didn't pull that, only because it was one extra first. Come on now, you're getting Jaylen Brown, an MVP candidate.
Okay, so
with Tatum
said 9 years, forever grateful for all that we accomplished together, for pushing me to be a better player, from first round exits to winning a chip together. I'm thankful for it all. Nothing but love and respect for you as a player and as a person. Looking forward to see how you attack this next chapter of your career and wish nothing but the best of you. Continue to be special.
He's going to attack
bullshit.
He's going to attack the shit out of Boston. That's what he's going to do.
Well, I know he is. I know. And that's why I said, watch. He's going to go into Boston next year, pissed off, drop 70 on Boston.
So while we're on the subject, the way the team is constructed right now, how far down does Boston drop?
I still think with Jason Tatum, there's still a top 4 or 5 team in the East. Like, they're not going to drop into the play-in game. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not going to drop into the play-in. There's still going to be a top 4 or 5 team in the East. I think right now they would be behind the Knicks, of course. I think they're going to be behind Philly. The Magic is getting better. Cleveland is still up there. So they're going to fit in somewhere in between, the Magic, Philly. Washington is going to be better next year. I don't even know how I keep forgetting about them. They're going to be better because they're going to get –
You haven't mentioned Toronto and you haven't mentioned Detroit. Boston is a play-in team next year.
I don't think they're a play-in team. I don't think they drop to the play-in. They're still going to be because only the 7 and 8, 7, 8, 9, 10, 7, 8, 9, 10.
7 through 10.
7, 8, 9, 10 is the play-in. I don't think they drop out of the top 7. I think they're still a top 6 team. Maybe they're borderline play-in, but I'm not going to say these teams.
I will say these teams in no order specific, right? You had the Knicks, you got Detroit, you got Cleveland,
saying Cleveland, I think Boston slots in somewhere with them. Keep going though.
For me, Toronto, Philly, which I haven't said yet, and then you're looking at Boston is better than Orlando, so yeah, 6.
Yeah, that's what I said. They're still a top 6. I mean, and they could be better than Cleveland depending on what Cleveland ends up doing.
Cleveland haven't changed anything. They haven't done anything.
Yeah, but I mean, Harden is a year older.
Come on now.
You're gonna see,
Harden, really?
You said really?
Yeah.
He's on Cleveland.
I know he's on Cleveland.
Yeah, no, we're talking about regular season Harden. Regular season Harden is MVP.
I'm just saying
playoff Harden.
Boston could still slot somewhere in that top 6, is what I'm saying.
And for me, obviously, Miami hasn't moved the needle up. They're still a playing team. Milwaukee.
I think the
think
team to
Milwaukee's
look
even
out
playing
for
team.
this
I mean,
coming
not.
season, Washington is going to be a better team. A healthy Trae Young, a healthy Anthony Davis, and they got the number 1 pick.
When have we ever said a healthy Anthony Davis, though? Let's be honest.
Right. But they
Just
I'm
saying.
just saying they got the
Mr.
pieces to be
Glass.
better, is what I'm saying.
We've never said healthy Anthony Davis ever.
They have the pieces to be better. They just
Up
got
for the ball.
I know it's not anything major, but they got DeAndre Ayton today.
Yeah.
So Washington, I mean, he's a solid, dependable center. Anthony Davis doesn't have to play center with him on the court. That's the impact of
And we
Ayton.
can't forget about the Atlanta Hawks either, who was a
Right.
6
And I
seed
said
last
the Hawks.
Yeah, so they were 6 seed last year. That pushes Boston out. If
No, but I'm saying
Philly and Atlanta move up.
but between Boston, Atlanta, and Cleveland, those 3 are interchangeable in my mind. You know what I mean? So for me, Boston can still be a top 6 team because all they got to do is be better than one of those 2.
yeah,
They don't have to be better than both of them. They just have to be better than one of them.
you're not wrong at all. But last year they finished second because of Jaylen Brown's MVP season.
Right, but now Tatum doesn't have.
This is the first time
Hold on,
Tatum.
hold on. No, it's not. He played without Jaylen Brown 6 seasons ago in the playoffs. He
That's
played
playoff,
without
regular
him.
season.
He put up and he averaged over 30 points in that series.
I'm talking about regular. I'm
So,
talking about season.
no, but that's what I'm saying. Now he has that chance to be the man without without anybody else possibly being number 2 or 1A and 1B. There is no 1A and 1B. He's number 1 now. You still have Peyton Pritchard who can shoot. You still have Derek White, who's a defensive guy, can still shoot the 3. You go out and get Mitch Robinson for his defense. Go ahead.
Just thought about something. Another team we're forgetting. The Indiana Pacers are coming back healthy.
Until they can show me what they can do.
They did. They went to the NBA Finals 2 years ago.
No. We have to see how.
2 years ago, they
We
went to
still
the
haven't
NBA
seen.
Finals.
We haven't seen Halliburton back post Achilles injury yet.
Right.
We
Well, we saw
haven't seen
Jason
it.
Tatum back.
We saw Jason Tatum come back. Yes.
And he
So we
did
know
fine.
what we're getting.
And
We
he did
haven't
fine.
seen. We haven't seen. I'm not saying that Tyrese won't be fine. I'm just saying we haven't seen it yet.
Well, all I'm saying is
No.
that team is coming back fully healthy. That championship team, Eastern
Yeah,
Conference.
but they're still missing Miles Turner. Miles Turner went to Milwaukee. Since they were in the finals, Miles Turner has gone.
Right.
So I'm not counting Indiana out, but I'm not putting them above Boston until we see what Halliburton looks like coming back. I'm not even saying Boston is going to be shit. Boston might end up being a play-in team.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
Because if we get Tyrese Halliburton, which is the All-Star Tyrese Halliburton back, right? Pascal Siakam, All-Star caliber player. They just signed Kelly Oubre, who will give you 15-8 every game, which for Indiana that's needed. He might even give you 18-8. You know what I'm saying? So TJ McConnell stepped up last season. They signed Ivica Zubac, which is a great center who will take over Miles Turner. I'm just saying. Well, I got you, JB, and I don't have the Boston enthusiasts. JB, talk to me about where you believe Boston will fall in next season.
I think Boston falls anywhere between 5 and 8. I don't see them. I don't see them cracking the top 4. I see them barely being right there at 5. So they gonna be anywhere between 5 and 8 in that range right there. And they could drop to 2 lower than 8. They could be right there in the play-in, like y'all said. But yeah, they not gonna be no higher than 5. I can definitely feel that and tell you that.
One more basketball note, and this definitely has something to do with you and your LA, your love for LA.
I'm back, baby.
Talk to me about LeBron James and decision 4.0. Talk to me about what is he going to do with his career and how does that affect LA, who won't have LeBron James this coming season?
So first of all, I can say I'm back. I can be a Laker fan again because everybody knows once LeBron got to the Lakers and he brought all his fans, I was like, okay, I'm not dealing with that. But LeBron initially came out and said, you know, he told the Lakers, I'm gonna go look for employment elsewhere. But before that happens, y'all need to fully guarantee Bronny's contract. So Bronny's contract got fully guaranteed, and then
$2.3 million. That's in their couch cushions. Not a big deal.
You know, but it's his. Bron don't have to give it to him.
Yeah, he doesn't, and I'm hoping they trade him. So where LeBron go, they can trade him
exactly
right there for a future G League superstar,
just like that. So he came out and was like, he told Rich Paul, talk to every team. I'm good with anybody I'll sign for a veteran minimum, but they immediately xed every team that wasn't a playoff contender off the thing. And then he came out today and said, if the New York Knicks,
which is
won the championship,
LeBron
be a big boy.
Yeah. The Knicks don't want LeBron.
And I think he knows that. Yeah. So he had to make it seem like for him, it's him not choosing them.
Exactly.
But all rumors are pointing to Philly making a strong push.
Yeah.
LeBron James.
And that would be nasty for them because then you got your starting five right there.
Oh, yeah.
Jaylen Brown, Tyrone Maxey, Tyrese Max, whatever his damn name, Maxey, Edgecombe, Embiid, and LeBron. You would have your five.
And Embiid definitely have to do nothing to play defense.
Nothing from the bench, huh?
Embiid ain't got to do nothing to play defense. And he'll like it. He'll take a season off of offense.
That's what they need. They need him.
Talk to me about the exciting Whites of LA and where you at right now in your fandom, JB.
Well, it is a little funny with them signing all of the unseasoned folks out there in LA because that's the first two signings they did. They just went straight to them. I was like, okay. And I think it was Stephen. They said, y'all think y'all go win with three white people? Hey, they bringing it back to the ABL, I guess. But yeah, I'll be back to being a fan. I don't expect much from them. They still got Luka, but I'm not going to expect a championship run. I'm not going to expect at this point a deep playoff run or even a play-in. I do know.
You think they have enough to make the playoffs? It's a legit question. I do think they have enough to make the playoffs.
I think they might, depending on how they gel.
But yeah,
depending on how they gel, because you got a center in Walker Kessler now, which Anthony Davis was very upset
center at that.
Because and Davis was like, I've been asking for a center, and now y'all got a center, so that was pretty hilarious. And then they signed a few people, and then they got a couple of complimentary guards to be in there as well.
They signed Quentin Grimes. They signed
who? The Lakers?
Yeah. The Lakers
they signed Quentin Grimes. They got Jaden Hardy.
It was one more.
It was they got Reeves. What was the boy from with the weird name? The Sambo. I can't remember his last name. It started with an M. It was the former. I can't remember his name though. They got Kessler, of course. Hold on.
Lakers got Cameron. I'm gonna start off. They got Cameron Carr from the draft that the Knicks gave.
Right.
For me I thought the Knicks started
from Baylor, right?
That was stupid. I don't know why from Baylor.
Yeah.
Guard from Baylor. They signed Grimes, Kessler, Colin Sexton.
They
is the man we was looking for.
And they, and on the team they still have Hachimura, Doncic, obviously, who was MVP worthy, Dalton Connect, which we expect him to take a step up this year, and also Austin Reeves. So they have enough to make the playoffs.
So with those additions, I'm gonna hit him with what you hit me with. Where do you see them in the West with what they have constructed now?
Oh, 8, 9.5. You know, somewhere at that bottom tier.
Yeah, I was gonna give them between 7 and 10.
So we're saying the same.
So, I mean, we can all agree: OKC, San Antonio, Denver, Houston, Minnesota. Who else?
San Antonio.
Portland with John Morant.
No, San
I
Antonio.
mean, they were 7th without
San Antonio.
You said San Antonio?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I said San Antonio. I'm up to 5.
OKC, San
Right
Antonio,
Phoenix?
Houston, Minnesota,
Denver. That's 5. And then I said
What am I
Portland.
missing? I'm missing somebody.
You got who? Phoenix, the Clippers,
No.
Portland.
Utah. No, Utah
No.
tank.
I mean, the only other teams that are left are
Utah,
Portland,
Sacramento,
Phoenix, the Clippers, Golden State,
Golden
New
State.
Orleans, Dallas, Memphis, Sacramento, and Utah.
Yeah, so it'll be the same. It'll be about the same.
I think Golden State will be over them.
I
Dallas
don't know,
will be
because
hovering
Golden
somewhere
State
around them.
ain't added nothing worth a damn.
Well, if they add LeBron, which is an option, which is a great option for them.
But if you look at what, and this is not me, this is Rich Paul and his little board. He didn't have Golden State as one of those 5 teams.
Yes, he did.
To go to.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. It was in the top.
No, he didn't,
top
bro.
But it doesn't matter.
Y'all go ahead. I'm Rich Paul's wife.
One thing about Rich Paul is he's more talk than anything.
Yeah.
He's just trying to get the teams to sign LeBron while he's available when it's not really a thing.
His whiteboard had Philly, Miami, Minnesota, Denver, and Cleveland. Those were the 5 teams on his whiteboard that
And
had
at the end
LeBron
of the day, I can see LeBron going back to Cleveland
going back to Cleveland.
to finish
I
out his career.
can see that too.
One more season.
And they could use him. So it's not like, you know what I'm saying, like they can use
And
him.
unless
He go
Philly-
to Cleveland to get them to draft Bryce.
Philly got to spend some money for LeBron, it's not gonna be a veteran minimum. He'll take the veteran minimum for Cleveland, but I think Philly's got to spend some money.
I think at this point he's going to have no other choice but to take close to the vet minimum no matter where he goes, unless he wants to go to somewhere like Brooklyn.
But
Those are the teams that have the cap space to sign him to like one of those huge contracts that he used to. I think he's going to have to go 15 to 20 mil no matter where he goes.
But when it comes to Golden State, though, Golden State is not a bad team. Again, in parentheses, if healthy. You know what I'm saying? Because they got a Jimmy Butler returning. Forgot about him. He didn't play last year. You know, we got obviously Al Horford signed a two-year, and he's going to shoot his. He'll get hit. He'll get you 9 points.
If
Porzingis re-signed.
I like
Porzingis
that.
re-signed.
I like that.
They got Moses Moody, who stepped up last season. And I know I'm missing somebody. We're talking
Pozinski.
Yeah, Pozinski's a freaking shooter.
Yeah,
and Steph
Gary Payton. Gary Payton is defensive
Steph
guy.
wasn't healthy, which he will be now.
Gary Payton is a
Steph
free agent.
Huh?
Gary Payton is free agent.
Still on the roster too.
Gary Payton's on the team. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
free
Gary
agent.
Payton's on that team as well. So they have.
I don't know if they re-signed him or not. I know he's on the team.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
he's
a free
there.
agent.
Yeah, he's there.
Oh, I'm looking at their roster right now.
He on the free agent list.
I
You
got
stop discounting me when I just looked at that list.
Looking at the roster.
All right, that's fine.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm looking at the roster.
I don't know. I like what Houston is doing. They're still putting the pieces, and they get Van Vliet back. So Houston is going to be interesting out in the West, and we don't have time to talk about the playoffs right now.
You
Obviously,
said they get who back?
Van Vliet.
Fred Van Vliet
Oh,
didn't play at all last year.
Oh, Fred.
No, I didn't hear who he said. That's how I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously, we already discussed the trades. But before we get off of here, apparently, Boston has been notorious for some terrible trades all these years. I'm going back to it because David Leroy Harding has chimed in on the show. Did the East get tougher at the top than the West? No. They just became the top four. Just still became the top four. But where did this trade?
The top 7 in the East are still going to be the same teams. They're just going to be in different orders now.
Yeah, but now it'll be tougher.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with you.
Right.
Yeah, I'm agreeing.
I will say this trade is not as bad as Babe Ruth getting sent to the Yankees back in the 30s, right? Not that bad. But Mookie Betts being traded to the Dodgers is bad for nothing.
I'll take it.
When none of those guys ended up playing for the Red Sox whatsoever. One season. Verdugo played 1 year.
But this is the first time for me as a Celtics fan that they've been duped.
I don't think they were duped. They just wanted
they
Brown.
They didn't get the better end of the trade because
They got 2 firsts and 2 seconds.
I said what I said. They didn't get the better end of a
And don't
trade
forget
because
Paul George.
we can't even
get Paul
ask for
George.
second round picks because how often do second round picks make impacts in the NBA?
Bronny James.
Bronny.
I said what I said.
Bronny. He
I
came
mean,
in there
I'm
and did
not saying no, because Draymond was a second round pick. So I'm not saying second round picks will never make an impact in the NBA, but how often does it happen is what I'm saying.
it. Once every 12 years.
I'm just confused at what Boston is doing.
I don't understand what they did in that trade, but I mean, we have to go back to how they were able to get Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown in the first place. Is because they made a trade
That's a Philly.
with the Nets to give up Kevin Durant. I mean, they gave up Kevin Durant and Paul Pierce.
No, not at all. If Philly would have drafted right, they drafted Fultz as
Hold up, that's what I'm saying.
Kevin
That's
Durant
what I'm,
never played for the Celtics.
but the only reason Philly had the first pick was because they traded with Boston. Boston had the first pick that year, and they traded it to Philly for Fultz. The Lakers took Lonzo Ball second, and then the Celtics got Jason Tatum at 3.
right. 2 years in a row, Philly overlooked both Brown and Jason Tatum. 2 years in a row. That's what I'm saying. Philly's trying to right a wrong. But imagine if we got both of them 8 years ago.
Yep, because they had Tatum and then they got Brown the next year.
That's
way,
insane to me.
No, it's the other way around.
Other way.
Brown
It
was
doesn't
there
matter.
before
What
Tatum.
I'm saying is they bypassed both of them.
Yeah.
But
Philly doing Philly things.
yeah, because they took Ben Simmons first that year.
Yeah.
But it was the same 3. Look, that's what's funny too. It was the same 3 in the top 3 because the Lakers was second that year because they took Brandon Ingram.
Yeah.
And then the Celtics took Jaylen Brown. But the year the Tatum trade though, I mean the Tatum draft though, Boston had already said that they were going to take Jason Tatum number 1 anyway.
Now here's
But
a low.
But Philly wanted Fultz. And they didn't know if the Lakers was going to take him, so they traded from 3 to 1. So
Danny Ainge fleeced
Both
that.
picks was trash.
Fleeced Philly.
Danny Ainge did. Yes, he did. That's why I said this is the first time that since I've been a Celtics fan.
One more low key, not a trade, but it was a signing, big deal in the East, and that's Brandon. Was it Brandon Powell going to Chicago? Powell. Forgot his first name.
Powell? Norman Powell?
Norman Powell. There, yes. Norman Powell signing with the Bulls. The Bulls are, I don't know if it's coaching. I don't know. They have the talent to be top six. Sorry, 6. They have the talent to be 6. I never understand what the Bulls have been doing all these years. But they're wasting away Zach Levine, whatever. Vucevic, which I think they actually got rid of or re-signed.
They got rid of Zach Levine is in Sacramento.
I'm saying that's what I'm saying. They wasted.
Oh, I thought you said they're wasting. I'm like,
I'm saying they wasted talent when they had Levine, Vucevic.
Gotcha.
They wasted talent, and now they bring in Powell to, and it's like what they've always had talent. They just never been able to. They're the New Orleans of the East. Can I say that? Does that make sense?
No.
But a little bit better because they actually they reach playing games, unlike New Orleans. But I don't know.
I hit mute on here.
Just saying. Baltimore's roster has Claxton, Zach Collins, Giddey, McClung, which is only good for dunks. Powell, Jalen Smith, who's a good player, and Okoro, was good in Orlando.
Did you say
So,
Baltimore?
like I said, they had the talent, but
Did you say Baltimore?
Bulls. No,
You said Baltimore. Roster.
But I knew what you meant, though.
I said Orlando. I thought I said Orlando.
You definitely
said
said Baltimore. And you were talking about the Bulls, who
We're
are in
talking about the
Chicago.
Bulls,
So I don't
though,
know where Orlando came from either.
No, I was thinking of Okoro when he was with Okoro. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna
He
let it go.
came from Atlanta, no?
I'm gonna let it go.
Huh?
Didn't Okoro come from Atlanta?
Didn't he play with? I thought he played with Orlando. No.
I thought he. I don't know. You might be right.
No,
I don't know why I thought he was with.
No, I'm not. It's totally different dude. This is a rookie dude. No, totally different guy.
Who's a totally different dude?
This Okoro that they got is not the guy I was thinking of. This guy's a rookie last year. I don't know who the hell I was thinking. The guy that played for Orlando Magic. And he's probably still there.
Vucevic came from Orlando.
Huh?
Vucevic came from Orlando.
Vucevic is back in Orlando.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, he's back in Orlando. He
Yeah,
came
he's
from.
back.
Well, I'm saying that's where he came from too. That's what I'm saying. He
I
was
don't know.
traded to the Bulls from Orlando.
Or it was some either way. Gentlemen, that was our summer basketball talk, which we never really give basketball the light of day, but Boston gave Paul George the light of day by
Yes,
trading for him.
Fucking George.
I love it. Have all that Paul George.
Word came from the Cavs.
Okay, that makes sense. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day.
I don't know what's happening there, man.
All that
I don't know. I don't know.
When Brad Stevens watched Oh, happy day, he watched some type of highlights, but he didn't realize it was 10 years ago, Paul George highlights. Brad Stevens.
Look, bro, I don't know what we're getting. I don't know.
I don't know.
That one, I lost some sleep behind that one.
Gentlemen, that was our basketball summer breakdown. We'll eventually get back to the NFL as the OTAs start soon.
We need to get back to doing this weekly.
Summer's been summary.
I mean, yeah.
We on summer break, sir.
But
sports
we got a lot of things to discuss, like Myles Garrett going to LA and AJ Brown going to Boston. That's what it is. They celebrated AJ Brown homecoming too long, or incoming, I should say.
They couldn't take.
They say we got too many
one Brown for the other.
Yeah, they said we got too many Browns. That's what happened.
Two disgruntled Browns at the same time.
But we'll
take us out, JB.
We'll definitely try to pick this up next week and to see if there's anything outside of Paul George on the bike nursing his hamstring on the off season.
Fucking George
changing the remote, pulled the hamstring. But either way, we'll see. Paul George.
Jeez, he's so angry.
Hey, he finished well last year, ish.
After his suspension.
But the thing is, it don't matter. The thing is, he's going to be compared to whatever Jaylen Brown doing. He's not going to compare to them.
No, he's not going to be compared. He won't even be compared to Jaylen Brown.
Yes, he will. They were traded for each other. Of course, they're going to be compared.
No, because we're going to talk about is how stupid Boston was to trade Jaylen Brown. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I really hope the Knicks
don't
talk about
Paul George is going to be an afterthought because Paul George is 37 years old and he got maybe 2 seasons left in him. Maybe. So we're not even going to be talking about Paul George. We're going to be still saying, what is Boston thinking? JB, take us out.
Please. It's time for me to go eat.
Well, while you eating, I'm about to be outside. We got Essence Festival of Culture down here. We were supposed to have surprise guests on for y'all. There is a wrestling event here in New Orleans this weekend for Fourth Rope Wrestling. We trying to have some surprise guests on for y'all, but it didn't happen. So, like we always say, some people like football, basketball, and baseball, while others like hockey, soccer.
Boston does not like basketball.
Boston does not like basketball, but right
Hey,
here,
can you continue your
all
outro, please?
matter.
Peace out.
Oh,
That's
happy day.